Welcome back everyone to the Callum Talks AFC YouTube channel. In today's YouTube live, I would be doing the preview. I've seen a lot of people doing their match previews for Sunday's cup final against Manchester City, but we will be doing that all tomorrow at 7 PM. So in today's YouTube live, not much has floated around at Arsenal Football Club, but one thing is for sure, and as we all know, after the Man City game, it is the international break. So a lot of their teams have been confirmed. A lot of Arsenal players are going out on international break, so we're going to get through it all in today's YouTube live. So before we get further on into the live, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another YouTube video. But yeah, let's just get straight into it. So obviously England's 35-man squad have been revealed. Thomas Tuchel has picked 35 players to go on international duty for the two friendlies against Uruguay and Japan. So it's Dean Henderson, Pickford, Ramsdale, Steele and Trafford. 5 keepers, not sure why. And then they also picked Dan Burn, Mark Gahey, Lewis Hall, Concert, Livramento, Maguire, O'Reilly, Quansah, Spence, Stones and Tomori. So far, no Arsenal players. Then he picked Anderson, Bellingham, Garner, Jordan Henson, Mainu, Palmer, Rice, Rodgers, Wharton, and then Bowen, Calvert-Lewin, Eze, Foden, Gordon, Kane, Madueke, Rashford, Saka, Solanke. So 4 Arsenal players have been picked for England's upcoming fixtures. However, you could say this is positive news, but this is very smart as a whole from Thomas Tuchel. So Thomas Tuchel has come out and said that the following players will not link up with England until after the first game versus Uruguay. So 11 players here, I think it's 11, will not be featuring in England's first friendly against Uruguay. So the 11 players are Henderson, Dan Burn, Gahey, Concert, O'Reilly, Anderson, Declan Rice, Rodgers, Gordon, Kane and Bukayo Saka. Madueke, the worst player there. He's not though. He's just not. So Declan Rice and Bukayo Saka are both, even though they have been called up, they are both not featuring for their first England friendly against Uruguay. Now you must be wondering why has he done this? Well, Thomas Tuchel has done this specifically for those 11 players because I'm pretty sure they have played over 3,000 something minutes, and Thomas Tuchel has a brain. He's aware that these clubs don't want their players to get injured, and also they need some sort of rest. So Thomas Tuchel ultimately gave them a week's rest, and for us, positive news: Declan Rice and Saka won't be featuring for one of the 2 games. Hopefully they don't even play the second game because there is 35 people in the squad, and Saka and Rice are probably the 2 first names on the team sheet. If you are in here, boys, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season, so make sure you hit the subscribe button. Furthermore, their Spain squad has been announced. So the goalkeepers are Unai Simon, David Raya, Alex Romero, Joan Garcia. Defenders, Llorente, Pedro Porro, Laporte, Kubasi, Huijsen, Mosquera, Cucurella and Grimaldo. Midfielders, Rodrigo, I think that's Rodri by the way, Zubamendi, Pedri, Fornals, Carlos Soler, Danny Olmo and Firmino. And then up top, we don't really need to care about. All we care about is Zubamendi, Christian Mosquera and David Raya. So 3 Arsenal players have been called up for this Spain national team. The first ever time that Mosquera has been picked for the senior international call-up, which is very positive for him. I think it's well deserved. Now, he is also apparently part Colombian, so he can represent Colombia if he wants. And even though he has been picked, and even if he does start for Spain, it still does not stop him from changing nationalities because it's not a competitive game. It is just a friendly. So David Raya, Mosquera and Zubamendi have all been picked for the Spain international break. You know what I'm talking about. We playing against Spain and we getting cooked. Who's we? Who's we? Who are Spain playing against? Spain are coming up against Serbia and Egypt. Oh, you're Egyptian. Okay then. Interesting. I might do a few watch-alongs for the international break because, might just do some Arsenal watches. Like, I'm pretty sure Gyökeres will be playing. When does Gyökeres? Wait, can we look at the fixtures? Because I want to do some watch-alongs. Might do some watch-alongs, maybe. Because, why not? You know what I mean? World Cup qualifiers semi-final. We could watch Italy for Calafiori. We could also watch Sweden for Gyökeres. I mean, is there any other Arsenal players playing? Any friendlies? Brazil versus France is on that at 8 p.m. So obviously Saliba versus Gabriel. Could watch that. What about on Friday? Friday should have been the finalissima. Well, it's not. Saturday is I'm not too sure, to be honest. USA Belgium Trossard. We could do. Boys, if you are in here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, turn on notifications, because we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season. And we go live every single day at 7 p.m, so you don't want to miss that out. I still don't understand how Martinelli got picked but not Neymar. I don't know how Neymar didn't get picked, to be honest. Honestly, Neymar should have been in the squad, but hopefully he's in the squad for the World Cup. More news on the international break, essentially. Thomas Tuchel has revealed that Max Dowman is in contention for a spot at the World Cup with England. So in the press conference, when he was announcing the squad for the upcoming international break, a reporter has asked him about all this Max Dowman talk, whether or not he should go to the World Cup ahead of some senior players who probably won't get any minutes. And he was asked, the reality is that he is not a starter at his club, but he's in the best place, a great club, and we always have a chance to call him for the World Cup. So essentially, he's not ruling him out for the World Cup, but at the end of the day, I still think he was probably a year or two short from the World Cup. Maybe, I say maybe, I'm almost sure that he will be at the Euros in 2028. He is that good. So I think the World Cup may be too soon, but hopefully he will be. I hope he plays at the World Cup as well. Like, it's just having like a 16-year-old exciting player playing for England. No one's really seen that since Theo Walcott. So it would be exciting to see Max Dowman play for England at the World Cup at just 16 years old. But I highly doubt it. But it's okay. It's all good. Furthermore, Tommy Setford, Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ethan Nwaneri have been called up to the England under-20 squad for the UEFA Euro qualifiers. So there's another 3 Arsenal players. Obviously, Ethan Nwaneri not at Arsenal at the moment, on loan at Marseille. But another 3 Arsenal players are currently with the England under-21 squad, which is huge. You always want your youngsters to go out. It's a bit sad with Miles Lewis-Skelly because, what was it, less than a year ago he made his England debut. He scored a goal on his debut at Wembley. And a year later, he's kind of been frozen out of the squad. But then again, he's only 19 years old. He's still got such a long career ahead of him. And yes, in your career, you will face setbacks. Unfortunately for Miles Lewis-Skelly, he has faced a setback. But I'm sure he will bounce back from it. So we should be all good. Then obviously, we've also got a few players that are going on international break. Gyökeres being one of them, I'm pretty sure is going, or more than likely to go, because Sweden essentially need him for the game against Ukraine. Saliba's been called up. Gabriel's been called up. Gabriel Martinelli's been called up. Honestly, it does my head in how Gabriel and Saliba have been called up. Martin Zubimendi's been called up. These players where you want them to pull out for an injury, but some reason just never do it. I don't know what it is with Arteta and Arsenal. We just never pull the players out from the international break. What about Timber? That is very good, Hamadoni. Timber has actually been called up for the Netherlands international call. He's basically been called up. Timber has been called up, which is surprising because He hasn't returned yet for Arsenal since picking up that injury against Everton. He is in contention for Sunday's game. We've still got one more training session tomorrow, so you never know. He could feature then. So it does also mean Timber is probably fit and available for at least Sunday's game, because there's no way that Netherlands would have called him up if Timber wasn't available for the Sunday game. So, you know what I mean? If Timber wasn't available for the Carabao Cup final, there's no way in hell Timber would be playing for Netherlands literally the week after. Who have Netherlands even got? I'm pretty sure they've already qualified, no? I'm pretty sure Netherlands have already qualified. Yeah, they've already qualified. Netherlands have already qualified, so it's pointless friendly. So there's no way if Timber wasn't fit, they would have called him up. So he has been called up, and even if he's not fit, there's always a chance that he could just get taken out of the squad and have a 2-week rest to recover for the crunch time at the end of the season, which is very, very, very vital. We need all our players, and we cannot afford for a Gabriel, for a Saliba, for a Declan Rice, Subimendi, even when it comes to like David Raya, because David Raya, apparently reports came out not too long ago that David Raya is in contention to be Spain's number one choice goalkeeper, which honestly, I don't know how he isn't their number one keeper at this rate. David Raya is the best goalkeeper in the Premier League. He is the best keeper Spain have. He's better than Joan Garcia. He's better than Unai Simon. He's better than whatever they have. Joan Garcia is probably the closest they have to David Raya's level. But Joan Garcia, you can't rely on him in terms of not picking up injuries. He literally got injured against Newcastle. Like, he's injury prone. David Raya is a phenomenal keeper. I'm so surprised he hasn't been like the number one starting keeper for at least a year. To be honest, if you think about Egypt, got a good chance to qualify for the round of 16 World Cup. Egypt, what is the World Cup? What is the World Cup groups? What is the World Cup groups? Can I check? Trying to check if I can check the groups. World Cup 2026 groups. So Egypt have, yeah, they do, to be fair. They got Iran, New Zealand, Egypt obviously, and Belgium. Is it Garcia's not injured? So how come he came off against Newcastle? Was it just precautionary? I mean, the World Cup's going to be interesting. I'm going to do so many watch-alongs for the World Cup. I'll do so many watch-alongs. What times are they? The first one's at 8 o'clock. I'm going to watch Mexico, South Africa. 3 p.m., 8 p.m., 2 a.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m. It's all over the place. Are these confirmed times? I doubt it. When does England play? England play 9 p.m. against Croatia. Not sure if that's confirmed or not. Boys, if you are in here, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another YouTube video, YouTube live, or short. We are going to go live tomorrow at 7 p.m. for the match preview. And guess what? 4 o'clock on Sunday, I will be live for the watch-along. Obviously, Arsenal take on Man City in the Carabao Cup final. We're going to be doing a watch-along for it, so make sure you are there. I'm just excited for it. Me too. I am excited for the World Cup. It's the last World Cup was in during the winter. This is the first World Cup that's happening during summer since 2018, which is crazy. I can't wait. World Cup's always a good fun, even though it's in America. America's such a dumb place to put the World Cup in, and just in terms of like time zones, America's just so bad for like the timing. It's better to do it in Europe or in Asia. Like even like Australia's long because like they're like 12 hours ahead and America like 6 hours behind. They should do it in England, but I'm pretty sure England. I think the UK are doing the Euros. I'm gonna try to get a ticket for the Euros. Hamadoni, what country are you actually from? What country are you from? Boys, if you're in here, we are going to be doing a watch along on Sunday. So if you want to make sure you are there, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, and also like the live because it'd be much appreciated. You see that thumbs up down below? Hit it. Just hit it. It's completely free and it'll mean the world. We're just currently going through Arsenal players that are going on international duty. So Declan Rice, Saka, Madueke, and Eze have all been called up for England. Where's that? So, yeah. Oh, that's sick. That is sick, to be fair. So yeah, them four have been called up for England. Saka and Rice won't play the first game. Thomas Tuchel has confirmed. Zubamendi, Christian Mosquera, and David Raya have all been called up for Spain. Mosquera's first ever international senior call up for Spain. He's been playing with the under-21s for a while now. Who else we got? Calafiori's been called up for Italy for their World Cup qualifiers, which hopefully Italy do qualify just for Calafiori. Gyökeres, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's been confirmed, but it's more than guaranteed that he's going to be called up for their World Cup qualifier. Timber's been called up. You've had the likes of Gabriel and Gabriel Martinelli have been called up. William Saliba's been called up. So yeah, a lot of Arsenal players have been called up. So as an Arsenal fan, you're going to be stressed for the next 2 weeks, hoping that we don't pick up any injuries because that is very long. Make sure you all hit the like button. No, make sure you all hit the like button. I don't want Timber to play and Eze. I don't want any of them to play. The only players that I want them to, the only players that I don't mind them playing is Gyökeres, Calafiori, the players that need their country to qualify for the World Cup. If it's friendly games, I don't want any of them to play. But if they need to qualify for the World Cup, then go ahead, just go play because, you know, country is #1 priority for a majority of footballers, especially if you're not born and bred Arsenal. If you're talking about like, let's say if I was to play for Arsenal and play for England, I would be prioritising Arsenal. But if you like Calafiori, for example, you know, you'd probably rather prioritise Italy qualifying for the first World Cup since like 2014 or something. Boys, if you are in here though, make sure you like the live. We are approaching the end of the live. It's been a short live, but tomorrow and Sunday especially, Sunday's going to be a long one because we're going to do the watch along that will take about 2+ hours. Then after the watch along, we'll be live for the match reaction, which will probably be a long one if we do win it. If we lose, it'll still be a long one, but it'll just be a long negative watch along. So, yeah. Like the live, boys. If you are in here, like the live. It will mean the world if you do like the live. Even if you don't want to subscribe, just hit that like button. Yeah. You see that thumbs up? Hamadoni, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure every single one of you in here hits that like button. Alright, boys. I am approaching the end of my live. It's been a good one. Thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back tomorrow, so don't worry. Hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications so you never miss another YouTube video or live. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.